by the way, I am Ron DJ Kuko, or you can call me Kuya Ron, your tour guide for this moment, and it's my pleasure to be a service to you. On behalf of MRB Travel and Tours, we welcome you all, and when we are heading to our destination, I'd like to take some to inform you about safety precautions. Always remember to smile. Can I see your smile? Very good. For smile, for us, secure your personal belongings. Do not leave your things unattended. For M, make sure you are with the group. If you want to leave, kindly inform me or the other tour guides before to do so. For I, interact with locals and the culture. So every time you move to another destination, you are given a time that you should be able to talk with the people and explore the place. For L, leave the place clean as it is. And for E, enjoy the tour. So for us to enjoy the tour, we must keep in mind that safety is first and everything must be timely. I have two things with me. First, I have whistle. If you hear this sound, it means to go to explore. And if you see I am waving the flag, it means you should stop and pay attention. Is that clear, my dear tourists? Very good. Now I am welcoming you all to the province of Zamboanga del Norte.
Tranquility, simplicity. This is Zamboanga del Norte.
Bienvenidos a Zamboanga del Norte, or should I say, welcome to Zamboanga del Norte. Now let me tell you some details about Zamboanga del Norte. Its capital is Dipolog City. Though it's a twin city province, Zamboanga del Norte has been made famous by the beauty and charm of the orchid city of Dipolog and the historic rustic quaintness of the shrine, the city of the Pitan. The province has an area of 7,300.11 square kilometers or 2,818.59 square miles. Its population as determined by the 2020 census was 1,047,455. This represented 27.3% of the total population of the Zamboanga Peninsula region. 3.99% of the overall population of the Mindanao Island Group, or 0.96% of the entire population of the Philippines. Zamboanga del Norte has 25 municipalities and 2 cities, which is the city of Dipolog and the city of the Pitan. With its map, Zamboanga del Norte is bordered clockwise from the north by the Cebu Sea, Dipolog Strait, Bohol Sea, Misamis Occidental, Zamboanga del Sur, Zamboanga Sibugay, and Zamboanga City. To its brief historical background, long before the Spanish colonizer came to the country, Zamboanga del Norte was already the peaceful paradise of the shy and timid Sumbanons who lived along river or subang banks in the province. They fished, hunted, and planted crops for food, and hand-woven their own clothing out of plant fibers. The first recorded Visayan settlement came in 1563. Some 800 families from Bohol, headed by Chieftain Paguaya, escaped from the treacherous Tornates and landed in the Pitan. 2 years later, a Spanish expedition led by Legazpi and Urdaneta landed in the Pitan, where received hospitality by Paguaya. In due time, the Pitan became a Christian stronghold in Mindanao. In 1607, some 200 natives became formal converts to Christianity. By 1631, a permanent Christian mission was established in the Pitan. Like many other places in Mindanao, after the cross came sword, Zamboanga del Norte was occupied by the Spaniards through the Pitan in the north, of Chicon in the south, where an old Spanish fort atop a hill beside the sea is still stands today. Fort Santa Maria, a natural harbor, this was established to stop marauding pirates from proceeding further north. Now that we already know the historical background of Zamboanga del Norte, Rosalie Cornejo will be your next tour guide for your next destination in Zamboanga del Norte.
Bienvenidos tourists! I am Rosalie Cornejo and I will be your tour guide for your next destination. I know you're excited, but before we proceed to our destination, I want to inform that the beauty of this place is a combination of natural enchanters and historical reminiscence. Not a lot of vehicles or people crowding the street can be seen in this province, specifically in the Pitan City. Be prepared as the ambience transforms into a lively one after the sunsets in to give you a memorable nightlife experience. For the list of the possible places where you can spend your day and night, here are the top tourist spots in Zamboanga del Norte. So without further ado, let's start. Our first destination here in Zamboanga del Norte is the Cap Beach Resort. Go on a day, on a tour, or spend the night at the camp. The famous Dakap Beach is most known for its strikingly shaped bay in powdery white sand and as diving mecca in Mindanao. Perfect blue waters, tremendous dive sites with great quantity of coral reefs, and wonderful sunset scope characterize this tropical area. The resort continues to be beloved vacation spots among locals and those from nearby provinces. One can easily spend a few days on the property as it offers several water and land activities such as scuba diving, jet skiing, ATV riding, and rappelling. You can also go on an island hopping adventure to nearby beaches or a heritage tour of the Pitan City from there. Dreaming of making your way to a one-of-a-kind travel destination? Imagine yourself being immersed in a lush paradise serenade with the calming sound of beach waves and the soft rhythm of trees dancing with the breeze. With the CAC Resort properties, you are at the right place. With all medium access to the sea, air, and land, one can reach us with ease. Do you have enjoyed guys to the CAC Beach Resort? Very good. Now, let's proceed to our next attraction, which is Jose Rizal Memorial Protective Landscape. Another must-see if you're history buff, especially is the 16-hectare Rizal Park and Shrine. The protected area preserves the memories of Rizal during his 4-year exile in the Pitan. It has 5 bamboo and nipa houses, each of which have been faithfully reconstructed and rebuilt in their original locations. The biggest of the 5 is Casa Residencia, which was Rizal resident. Yes, tourists, I know this attraction is very historical and interesting. So guys, let's proceed to our next destination. Take a refreshing dip in a waterfall in Sungkilao Falls. Zamboanga del Norte has a wealth of natural attraction, and one of them is Sungkilao Falls, which is nestled in the heart of a lush forest about 40 minutes away from Dipolog City. The trek can be challenging, but the clear waters and tranquil surroundings make the rough hike worth it. With the cooperation of the local government and Subanan communities, cottages and toilets have been constructed in the area and trails carved for an easier trek. For our last destination, awaken your inner child at Mindanao's biggest theme park. You can spend the whole afternoon and a good chunk of your evening at Glorious Fantasyland, which is over 30 rides and attraction for all ages. Thrill seekers can go on a ride in the roller coaster and galleon, while kids can hop on the Ferris wheel or take a spin at the Pickup Ride and Carousel. Mindanao biggest theme park has a nightly show and parade and a firework display on weekend, which can go head-to-head with that of Disneyland and other amusement parks abroad. They also recently opened Lakbay Pinas, a train ride that takes you around the Philippines through miniature version of famous tourist spots, and Snow World, the first snow-themed attraction in the region. There you have it guys, we finished touring to their tourists and spot and attraction. I hope you learned so much. Marvin Castillo will your next tour guide for Zamboanga del Norte Festival. Yay! See ya! Muchas gracias! Thank you!
Bienvenidos tourists, I am Marvin Castillo, your tour guide for exciting and experience the intermingling of the Spanish and Filipino cultures as you visit and take part in the top festivals in Zamboanga del Norte. Our first festival is Sinulog sa Dipolog Festival, the annual Sinulog Festival celebration in Dipolog City featuring this year's theme Señor Santo Niño, Yusaka kami Pit Señor. Señor Santo Niño unite us with Señor. May the heart of the Dipolognos beats hard and wild with passion to the Lord Jesus as to celebrate His feast day. It is celebrated the second to the last Sunday of January. The activity was organized by the Catholic Church with a strong support from the city government of Dipolog and the provincial government of Zamboanga del Norte. The feast day of Señor Santo Niño, the infant Jesus, was started with a fluvial parade from Fisherman's Village to the Dipolog Airport and back to Punta Coro. I know you're having fun. We're now heading to the next festival, Kinabayo Festival. Every July 24th, the city of Dapitan celebrates the Kinabayo Festival. Kinabayo is an exotic and colorful pageant reenacting the Spanish-Moorish Wars, particularly the Battle of Cabodonga. In the battle, the Spanish forces under General Pelacio took their last stand against the Saracens. They were able to reverse the tide of the war with the miraculous apparition of Saint James the Apostle. The addition of local color and innovations has made this annual festivity a popular attraction to visitors of Dapitan. For our last festivals in Zamboanga del Norte, I'm welcoming you all to Hudkaya Festival. The Hudjaka Festival is a celebration that brings the marine beauty of the Bais City to life. This annual celebration is usually held in the first week of September. The story of this festival was a tale as old as time, where simple people lived in a simple near a town by the shore and where life was good. Long before the festival, fishermen would catch any marine harvest for daily consumption, and others for livelihood. But one season, harvest weren't as they thought it would be. Left with few options, they turned to their faith and prayed for any signs of hope. There you have it, tourists. We already discussed the colorful and exciting festival here in Zamboanga del Norte. We will now head into their delicious foods and delicacies of Zamboanga del Norte, and Brian Jacobs will be your next tour guide. Muchas gracias!
Bienvenidos, tourists! I am Brian Jacobs and I will be your tour guide for food and delicacies of Zamboanga del Norte that you must try. Now, let's proceed to the first delicacy, the curatcha. Among Zamboanga's many exotic dishes is parent crab or red frog crab, also known as curatcha in Chobacano, which is famous in Peninsula. It's like giant sea crab, spiny lobster hybrid, but most of its meat come from the body instead of the claws. Suggest that you eat it together with a sauce made from coconut milk, ginger, chili, and other spices to get more out of the crab's flavor. If you ask where you can find the best curatcha, almost everybody, including my aunts who live in Zamboanga, will point you to Alabar Seafood Restaurant. For our next delicacy, we have Ensalada Chamba, La Vista del Mar, an innovative restaurant located at the Upper Caldera in Zamboanga City, has accidentally invented a dish called Ensalada Chamba, a dish made of ripe mango, salted egg, tomato, onion, bagoong, or bagon as the local call it, steamed eggplant, alamang and fish sauce. So far, Ensalada Chamba is the best ensalada I've ever tasted. The sweet taste of mango well complemented the taste of other ingredients. For our last delicacy, we have the famous lokot-lokot, also known as Zamboanga rolls, Zamba rolls, lokot-lokot, lukot-lokot, jaa. The Muslim communities on the Zamboanga Peninsula are known for various delicacies. One of them is lokot-lokot, or sometimes called jaa. By locals, lokot-lokot is crunchy, golden brown delicacy produced and served during special occasions, especially Hari Raya, or the Feast of Eid Fitr, which celebrates in the end of fasting month of Ramadan. There you have it, tourists. I know that you're hungry, but soon we will try these delicious, yummy delicacies of Zamboanga del Norte. We will now head into the major industries language in Zamboanga del Norte, and Ron Billy Cupo will be your tour guide. Muchas gracias!
Mabuhay, tourists! I'm back and let's proceed with the major industries of Zamboanga del Norte. Zamboanga del Norte is primarily an agricultural province. Its main products are rice, coconut, and fish. The processing of fish, especially sardines, has become a major source of livelihood among many families in the province. Tourism development is concentrated around the twin cities of Dipolog and Dapitan. In terms of their dialects, we have Cebuano, Subano, Chabacano, and English. There you have it, tourists. We finished touring the province of Zamboanga del Norte. Again, on behalf of MRB Travel and Tours, we are very thankful for choosing us to become part of your unforgettable trip here in Zamboanga del Norte. We are looking forward for your next visit. Once again, I am Ron DJ Cupo.
I am Rosalie Cornejo.
I am Brian Jacobs.
And I am Marvin Castillo.
Have a safe trip. We're looking forward to be of service to you again. And thank you for choosing MRB Travel and Tours. Muchas gracias. Bye!